Hi, Tim Sells here. Have you ever been asked the question or even thought it yourself? How do I approach this person? Or maybe somebody asked you as a sales team leader, how do I approach this person? Well, how do you answer that? Well, that's what this series is going to be about. And this specific video is going to be explaining this entire concept. Okay, so let me explain this diagram just a little bit. All right, so if you can just imagine that this right here is your prospect's highway, okay? So they're trucking along, and you here need to merge into their life in some kind of a way, whether it be a social media post, whether it be something that you mail to them, postcards or whatever, or maybe you're a sales team leader and then a prospect says, hey, would you do a Zoom with my person? Well, how do you merge into that prospect's life? All right. And so that's the primary conversation that we're going to be having here. And this has to do with what does that prospect know about what you sell? And who are you? Right? So who would I be if somebody puts me on a Zoom call with somebody, or if I just reach out to somebody, who am I to them? And so all of that is going to be really, really valuable. And I'm excited to share this with you. So it basically, or simply, is how aware is your audience on what you sell and who you are? Okay. All right. So let me orientate you a little bit. So my whole channel has to do with the network marketing industry, but what I'm training on is more acquisition for everybody. Okay, so I call it the pipeline, and it is how you acquire customers. It is how you acquire employees. It's how you acquire votes if you're a politician. It's how you get patients if you're a doctor. It's how you get a congregation if you are a preacher. It's all acquisition, okay? It's what it is. So the simplicity of this is that you generate a lead somehow, and then you contact that lead, you set an appointment to see a presentation, you follow up, and then you get a customer, rep, employee, vote, or whatever it is. You serve them and you make money. Okay, that's really the whole concept. And I am in lead generation. So I am training the pipeline. I'm in the category of lead generation. And we've talked about marketing recently, having to do with exactly what the marketing needs to be. And now this part is going to join with the marketing concept. Okay, so in the marketing and the promotion, this is what it's all about. Okay, so there's three vital questions that you need to be able to answer. What desire is motivating your prospect? Okay, so before you go about trying to approach that person, do you know that person's desire? Number two is, how much does he or she know about the product or service that you sell? And then number three is, how many similar products have they been told about before? This will measure their sophistication level, if you will. This establishes their awareness or sophistication level. All right, so very, very valuable piece of information right there. Like it's really it's not really a secret because I just told you, but a lot of people don't know this, okay? Unaware of it. When you know what your customer knows, you no longer have to speculate the best way to speak or write to him or her. So I'm talking about when you write, I'll be talking about a social media post, right? Or any kind of advertisement that you wanted to do. You'll know how and what to say, all right? So it gives you the inside information, if you will. Okay, so determine how aware your prospect is about what you sell. And this goes across these different columns, if you will. And so there's very aware. Okay, so people are very aware of you and what you sell. They are product aware, maybe not company aware so much. They're solution aware, so they don't know that you exist. So they know that they need a solution for something. And here, they don't even know that there's a solution. They're only aware of the problem that they have. And then over here, they're unaware that there's a problem. Okay, so that's the sophistication level, and I'm going to put content onto these throughout the whole series and explain each one of these categories, and then I'll come back and I'll wrap it all up in terms of telling you the best approaches for each one of these categories. So determine how aware your prospect is about what you sell will determine how you approach your audience or prospect. Okay. So, and by the way, this is a concept that was written in a book by Eugene Schwartz back in 1966. He was an incredible marketer back in the 40s and stuff like that. And so he wrote some good content about this. Okay, so the very aware, they have tried many similar products. Okay, they are loyal, really, really loyal, or they're jaded. Okay, so you can think it just to kind of give you an idea. So if you are a, let's say an Apple diehard, okay, well, you're very, very loyal. Anything that they're going to launch, you want to buy, okay? And then there is those that, you know, like maybe skincare. You've tried everything, but you can't get the solution that you want. Right? So that kind of gives you that category as just a wide scope view of it. All right. And so then there is the product aware. And the product aware is that they know of your product, but they're unsure. They're not yet ready to buy. All right. So that's where they're product aware. They're aware of your product. Solution aware, knows the results he wants, doesn't know your product. Doesn't even know that it exists sometimes. Problem aware is they sense that they have a problem, doesn't know of a solution. And then over here, no knowledge of problem or solution. Okay? So that's the categories that we're going to be running through here. Again, it'll determine how you approach your audience or prospect. I mean, does it make sense that if this person over here doesn't even know that they have a problem and you're trying to give them a solution for something, it's not going to work unless you communicate at that prospect's level. And then if a person is product aware but doesn't know about yours, then you're going to have to differentiate your product from their product. Now, that would never work over here because the person's not working on a product. So how you go about approaching somebody really matters based upon these categories. So I'm going to say it again. Determine how aware your prospect is about what you sell will determine how you approach your audience. Okay, so it's when a rep calls me and says, "Hey, will you do a Zoom with my prospect?" Yeah, but I got to ask a couple of questions, right? So Tim says, "What does your prospect know about me, the business, the product, and what desire does the prospect have?" So I don't want to go into a call unless I know those things. All right. So the most vital question to ask is, what does my prospect most desire, and what does my prospect know about me and what I offer? I know I was repetitious in what I explained here, and it is because there is the concept. You have to start stewing on this thing and getting the base down pat so that I can build upon it more and more of the vital stuff that you need to know in order to work with it. So what's your view on this? Please comment. The importance of knowing prospects' desire. How important is that? And do you feel as though it's even relevant? because you're just trying to sell something, right? Importance of knowing prospect sophistication. How important do you feel like it is? Is it important now that I've given you the categories? Okay. So, and please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can also join our Telegram group. It's where I can answer questions. People can ask me questions, and I'll do audio responses, or I'll do, typing or whatever. And so, so if you want to join us, you're welcome to join us. So thanks so much for watching this.